All right, guys, welcome back. So hopefully you are doing awesome. The back pain is getting much better. We now have the video one, which is that three-way hip mobility series, which helped me tremendously with my lower back pain. And you've also got the three-way hip stretches, which together is, absolutely amazing. So for sure by now, you guys should be feeling much more loose within the hips. That back pain should be really going away, and hopefully now you guys will start to really enjoy your day without always thinking about that pain that you've always had. So this last video is also a very, very, very cool one, and something that I love to do because it's actually focusing on the lower back, which is important because one, yes, that's where our pain is, but as we spoke about in video one, a lot of the lower back pain actually comes from the hips. However, to completely neglect the lower back would be crazy. So this one is fantastic. Now, what you're gonna notice in the other camera here is I've got a pretty funny looking roll here. This is called a rumble roller, and I'm using it for two reasons. One, because it's a little bit brighter, so you're gonna see it better in the film. And two, if you do this with a regular roll, it feels amazing, but maybe some of you guys out there are wanting something a little bit more heavy. If that's the case, then using the blue rumble roller is fantastic. Now, this is obviously an advanced step, so start with a normal one, and in the future, if you want something like this, Google it, search it, hit me up. I can tell you guys where to find it, also give you other options. But what we want to do now is start with the exercise. So what I like to call this is the TV watching position. So this would be as if I have a TV in front of me, I got the remote here, and that's how I make sure the roll is basically starting on my lower back, right? Many people start in the middle of the back. That's not what we want. We want it on the lower back. From here, I don't want you guys to automatically lift up. What I'm gonna do is, because the other camera's on my right-hand side, I'm gonna rotate on my right elbow. So what this allows me to do is work on the spinal muscles that fall right to the right of my spine. Now, I don't wanna turn too much, because if I do that, I'm just gonna be rolling over the ribs, and that's not my goal. So what I'm gonna do is kind of find that spot where my ribs are, find that spot where my spine is, and start in between. And from here, I can keep the pressure of my elbow on the ground if I want to, and I can just really kind of work on releasing those lower back muscles. Now, on some of you, this is going to be extremely painful. So if it is, again, you can change the surface area. You can do this on a mattress. You can do it on a softer mat. You can get a softer foam roll. But what we want to make sure we're doing is not fighting the stretch. We want to just breathe throughout the stretch so the muscles and the tissues and the fascia can relax. And from this position, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to slowly see if we can rotate straight and then going again to the opposite side. And when we get to the opposite side, I'm going to go ahead and look in the camera so you see me, but if I was doing this on my own, I would be looking more in the left direction here. We want to just continue to breathe, and we want to compare the right and the left side. So I'm going to scoot up here a little bit because I always roll out of the camera. And from here, we want to just, again, feel, one, were we able to smoothly turn, or was it a really kind of edgy motion, if you will? Was it not very smooth? Or were we able to really just consistently switch the body weight from the right into the left? And also, where did we feel the pain? Me personally, I feel much more on my left side. So this is going to be the side that I want to work on a little bit more. And if we're able to, we can also, I usually say put our hands here. I'm going to kind of hold mine at an angle so we see exactly where I am. Because if my hands are in line with my chest bone and I was turned all the way on this, I would be on my ribs, and it's too much. It's not what I want. So you guys can kind of have an idea from a vector, if you will, where I am. But if this is a little bit too much for you guys and you're not able to rotate slowly and stay in those spots where you feel a little bit of discomfort and breathe, then keep your elbow on the floor and support your body weight. There is nothing wrong with that. It is good to have a little mild discomfort, but this is not a pain game by any means. All right, so now you guys have seen that I've kicked my shoes and socks off, and now I'm going to go into a fantastic stretch that really is quite difficult for a lot of us, but even if we can't do it very well, you're going to feel an amazing stretch within the back. So what we're going to want to do, due to the camera being on this side, I'm going to bend my left leg in, and I'm going to bring my right leg up, and my goal is to make a fist around my foot. So really get my entire hand complex around my foot, not like this, but really fully across. Now, many of us in this position are going to be stuck. We're not going to be able to move from here. If not, that's fine. I just want you to breathe deep and really kind of try to play with the position of the spine. Lower your shoulders, allow them to come out, and see if you can kind of rock back and forth and get different stretching positions, if you will, and just kind of release that entire area. If you are able to, I want you to slowly slide that foot out. Really, again, trying to straighten the back. You can kind of bend to the right, you can bend to the left, you can move your foot out. You're just playing with all these different positions. This one is amazing for the lat muscle, which is under our arms, and also it begins to open up that middle back section and also the lower back. This one is fantastic. So from here, I'm just gonna kind of slide out until like I feel like I have reached my wall or my hands start to slip off. Now you're gonna notice I am also by no means any yoga teacher, and my mobility is also not fantastic. It doesn't need to be to get rid of back pain. You guys just really need to find your limit and try to open that area so your limit becomes a little bit better. And as that happens, it is amazing how much discomfort in our lower back will disappear. So this one is great. This one's a bit of a special stretch. I actually fixed a bit of my scoliosis. I will put those pictures in this email because it's pretty wild what I did. And this was the stretch that did it. So this is really one of my favorite stretches. I love to do it. I'm not very good at it, but I still have had so much success even with where my range of motion is, which is this is as far as I'm able to go. So I just like to play around in those positions, feel my own tightnesses, breathe, relax, and just feel it open up. And then when I'm done, really come out of it and just kind of breathe and allow that blood to get back to that spine. All right, guys, so there are your 3 videos. I'm really excited that you have all 3 of them, and I really hope that you do them. And I want to hear from you guys. If they work, if you have any questions, if you don't understand it, whatever it is, let me know, because these are like the 3 heavy hitters. These alone could really take care of your back pain. So let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited to hear from you, and I'm very happy that you guys sign up for my newsletter. So please, keep your eye open. Make sure we're not in the spam box, or I'm not in the spam box, because I will definitely be sending you more things in the future and some very cool stuff. So I look forward to hearing from all of you, and thank you so much, and good luck with the stretches.